The only thing I would add is there was another narrative there, and it was the woman who we believe to be Renee's wife yelling, "Drive, drive, drive." What was your takeaway after watching this video?
I mean, it's such a confusing moment because it also seems like the wife is trying to get in the car, the seconds before she was shot. And the wife is also screaming and crying that it was her fault, that she was the one who convinced Renee to go to the ICE standoff and intervene. Never trust a narrative that is being forced on you before the body is cold, because whenever you have the exact same set of facts and people are pulling out completely opposite conclusions, to me that says the truth is somewhere in the middle. And I don't think either one of these people are without fault. I think Renee and her wife, they knew what they were doing. They knew that they were agitating the ICE officers. They were putting themselves in harm's way needlessly. I don't think that's the smartest way to protest. I think that if the firing officer and Renee had both had a second more, we would have had a totally different outcome, and we wouldn't be talking about this today. But unfortunately, that's not what happened. And this is also an officer who had been dragged 50 feet and had like 300 stitches last year over a car that was being used as a weapon. So he obviously has a different perception of the events based on what he had already been through. If she is hearing a command to get out of the car, I'm sorry, that's when you stop and get out of the car. And, it's like they're not screwing around, but I also don't believe that she should be dead. There was an FBI agent, contrary to your point, who told the Daily Mail after one shot, he should have stopped. He shouldn't have gone with the second and third shot.
You discharge 2 shots and then you assess.
I mean,
this is 3.
I don't like
2 shots is usually the standard.
I don't like to second guess law enforcement, but looking at this, something about it just doesn't feel right. And I hate the chaotic political environment where we're in, where rationality is a casualty.
There's also the video that shows the car blocking the street for a good 4 minutes, Greg.
We are all falling for the game. Everybody's going, this is so confusing. I don't like it. It's so chaotic. That was the point. The whole point. Nothing's going to be clear when you create deliberate chaos. So we have to sit here. We are actually doing exactly what they want. None of it matters. What happens at that moment is not what we should be talking about. In my view, again, let the investigations proceed. All this criminal analysis is a waste of your breath. I use that term awfuls in humor, the affluent white female liberal. Well, that comedy turned to tragedy because it was egged on by people who only use these women as props. They put them out front because visually it's a great statement when they get touched by a police officer. They do this in all protests. You shouldn't be mad at ICE. You should be outraged at those who foment these moments with the purpose of leading to chaos and death. All these videos contain white liberal women. Why isn't anybody talking about this? Screw the fake empathy about the dead mom from all these mayors and all these talking heads. If they had sincere empathy, they would ask that question. If you had sincere empathy, you would want to ask, why are there so many liberal white women who instead of spending time with their kids are risking their lives and breaking the law, for strangers who are here illegally? The real compassion comes from the people who've been pointing this out, who've been warning that this is going to happen. It doesn't matter to the people that, clearly, it's not going to change the mind of people on the left. You can show them any video they want. They're going to sit there and just meticulously do all this stuff. Oh, but did you see this? Oh, but did you see that? Then you show them another video. Don't waste your breath. They are selling you a lie. It's been around forever. This was all a setup. It may not have been her. Maybe they were hoping for a black woman, probably. It would have been better if it was believe me, they are not unhappy this mother is dead. She is being used. The goal was to get somebody killed, create a spectacle that explodes. So you have riots, so you have protests, and hopefully, in some minds, revolution. A lot of these people, they're not against ICE. They're against all law enforcement. They will not change their mind. They will continue to do this. We know the game, especially if there's a Republican in power. The game plan of chaos and violence will be hung over our heads as a political extortion, basically saying, if you want this to stop, you need to elect a Democrat. But Trump was voted in by Americans who wanted an end to illegal immigration, and their response was not protest, it's chaos. They don't want you to fix the problems. This is their way of fixing it, and it's complete and utter destruction.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.